If you are not capable of functioning without your vices, that's exactly what they are. So if you have something that you rely on the regular, if you take medicine every day that's not required to be alive, like maybe give it up a little. When's the last time you didn't have your morning coffee? Like, how sure are you that you're not addicted to something? And it's just, essentially, that's the whole damn point of what I'm doing here. The whole point of what I'm doing here is I want to remind myself that I have complete and total control of everything that I do. Because the moment that you forget that, you are a slave to whatever it is. You're a slave to your vice. You're a slave to your emotions. You're a slave to your wife, and you get up on stage and slap Chris Rock across the face. Yeah, I'm still upset about it. I just, we'll slip it in there every now and then. But the point is, you need to know what you need to live. Because a lot of people are getting their needs and their wants confused, right? Because that's the biggest difference between a need and a want. Is a need is a necessity. Meaning if you don't have water, food, oxygen, shelter, you die, right? And then you start getting to okay, so I'm not going to die, but I also need to be happy, because if I'm not happy, I'll go crazy and I'll kill people. It's a wild circle. Because then you take your other needs that need to be satisfied, like happiness, loneliness, or companionship, sexual needs. We all have this hierarchy of needs, and as much as that dude is a piece of shit, isn't Maslow that hooked up that shit to the dog's cheek and then basically starved it and measured how much saliva was made and then beat it and then measured how much saliva? It's awful. This bastard. Pavlov is the dogs. That's what I thought. And see, but Maslow, he used Pavlov's stuff for his experiment. So he's not off the hook either, man, because essentially that's what it is, all right? Maslow's hierarchy of needs, those more or less have been proven through explanation and experimentation that all living creatures more or less have a hierarchy of needs that they need to satisfy. And if you satisfy them incorrectly or not at all, it leads to disarray, anger, emotional problems, stress, you name it. Loneliness, hairy palms, blindness, if you're talking to the church, right? So all these different things can come from us not satisfying ourselves. Now, but what happens when all of the needs that we have are satisfied by others and then they threaten to take those away? Do you almost think you might act in an animalistic way if somebody is going to take away 5 of the 7 needs that you need to be a human? You'll probably lose your fucking mind and go slap Chris Rock across the face, because it's wrong, right? And ultimately what it does is we think because we're losing our needs, we're losing the things that fulfill our needs, that we are then justified to do some crazy shit. I can steal, I can burn down buildings, I can slap Chris Rock across the face, I can do something that is completely uncouth and completely uncivilized simply because I can justify it because one of my needs has been taken away. That is the problem when you don't have control over your life. That is the risk you run when you rely on other people or other institutions or you name it to provide for you, right? And I'm not saying you just live like a hermit in the homestead and never need anybody, because we need a society, we need a culture, we need a community. Community is one of the biggest things that makes humans able to thrive and succeed and overcome to a level that no animal has ever happened before, except for the mighty dolphin. They chose to stay in the ocean, and I stand behind that. I got a whole theory. Ask me about my dolphin theory later, because I don't want to go on about it now. But essentially, I fucking forgot what I was saying. Damn it! That was a good one. That was a good rant. It's all right. Let me catch up on chat.